What's going on, my friends? Tonight, Oscar Mayer stuffed dogs, jalapeno cheddar. Came across these the other day. Sounded interesting to me. I'm a hot dog guy. I don't, it's not like the greatest thing on earth, but, times are tough sometimes. Nothing wrong with a good old fashioned hot dog. You can do a lot with them, cook them up in eggs, chili dogs. Prepare a dog like this in a Hispanic style hot dog if you want, a Mexican style hot dog. This is a version of that. It's not, sauteed onions, peppers, tomatoes. It's all fresh ingredients, but very similar. But you can do a lot with it. I generally buy a pack of cheap hot dogs with like a pack of bratwurst, and that'll be something that I'll eat on a few nights out of the week. And I'll do like 2 brats or 2 sausage links, whatever I get, with 1 hot dog. You know what I mean? Just for cost effective purposes. So I came across these. I thought this was going to be a good idea. Oscar Mayer's not a wiener that I normally buy all the time, but I feel like it's a staple. I feel like that's something nostalgic. I feel like it's something we grew up on, or at least I did, right? Like that name, Oscar Mayer, is up there in the world of glizzies, if you will. So anyways, this says smoked sausage with pork, with pasteurized processed cheddar cheese and dried jalapeno peppers. Again, beautiful. It was an 8-pack. Obviously this is just the 4, but you can see bits of jalapeno there. There's bits and pieces in there. They look good. So all I did was I just grilled up a couple, and I did a couple of sausage links as well for dinner tonight. Something simple, something easy. But I felt like this would be an interesting review. I didn't even know these were a thing. I like the fact that, again, I said it before, I like the fact that a lot of these companies now are coming out with so-called spicy, right? Options for people like me, or anybody out there that likes any kind of spice level, right? Like it's a better alternative. Like I would buy these probably, if they're good, over a regular pack of Oscar Mayer wieners, just because I think they're going to be a better flavor, and they're going to actually give me hopefully just a little bit more flavor at least, and hopefully a little bit of spice. So anyway, I grilled up a couple. The thing about wieners is, this thing was ballooned up really well on the grill. I pulled it. You can see the cheese coming out of it. All I added to these was salt and pepper, grilled them. But I like brats and sausage dogs because they hold their firmness, or, when they bloat up a little bit, sometimes they'll split open. They hold that. Hot dogs just don't hold that. And then also, tonight we're drinking on Corona Sunbeam. If you haven't had this yet, get you some of this. If you like a good citrusy, lime, summer style flavored beer, this thing is fantastic. It's really, really citrusy. Has a good bite to it. It's a really good beer. They're a little sugary, so I can't do too many of those, but I throw in one every now and again. Anyway, let's try this hot dog. I mean, it's just already better than a normal hot dog. Just pulled them 2-3 minutes ago. There's definitely more flavor to them, right, than your normal, just basic pork, hot dog. I may be on this one. You know, I did one in a hot dog here for us, but maybe on the one I wanted to review just solo, I maybe shouldn't have added the salt and pepper. We should have just gone without that because it's real heavy on that, which I like, right? Like that's how I want them cooked, but you can see some jalapeno pepper there at the top by my eye and at the bottom. But I can't tell 100%. I can tell you for sure it's a high quality hot dog. It's about as high quality of a hot dog as you can get, in my opinion. It holds together nice. It's juicy. Again, boiling them, microwaving them, just eating them straight like out of the thing. Might give you a slightly different experience than grilling them like I did, but I prefer to have them grilled, have a little char on them. But what I was saying was with the salt and pepper, it's hard for me to determine if I'm just getting that black pepper spiciness or if there actually is just a little bit of a spice to them. I think there is, though. I think there is a little bit. There's definitely a good flavor to them. But they're not real spicy. But again, they're not marketed as spicy either. You know what I mean? Like nowhere on here does it say flaming hot, spicy, hot, warning, any of those type of things. So, you know, it's not misleading in that. Oscar Mayer, it says here, established in 1883. These are solid. You know what I mean? I would buy these again for sure. They're a little more expensive than the cheap hot dogs I get. Again, I don't go with Oscar Mayer. I forget the brand name I go with, but they're just kind of low end hot dogs. But they're good. When you grill them up, add some salt and pepper, fucking hook them up real nice with, like, you know, all your toppings and whatever. It does the trick. So these are a little more expensive, though. I think they were also more expensive than the regular Oscar Mayers sitting next to them, too. I could be wrong. They might be the same price, but I think they were just a little bit more expensive. What do these have in them, though? It says, okay, dried jalapeno peppers, ground mustard seed. Very low on the ingredient list. Corn syrup, salt. Yeah, so that's it. But let's try this dog that I made up here. We got the same hot dog in the bun. All I did with the bun is kind of steam it in the microwave real quick in a paper towel. Super simple. Diced white onion, diced red Roma tomato, you know, fresh serranos, obviously mustard drizzle. There's sour cream on one side, and I did some shredded lettuce on there as well. So that's what we're looking at. Let's see how this treats me. I forgot to mention there's also Sinaloa habanero hot sauce on there. It's good. It's tasty. I mean, that's what you want. Wow. Oh, I don't know if I can show you this. This is a good one. So you can see actual chunks. See the meat there? 1 and 2 actual chunks of jalapeno pepper in them. So it's a solid hot dog, you know. Let me take one more bite, because this is generally how I make my hot dogs, just for like a quick meal, you know, late night quick meal. Hot dog, I don't always do the shredded lettuce, I don't always do sour cream, but I generally do serrano or habanero, some kind of hot sauce on this level. Not super, super crazy spicy. Diced red tomato and diced onion. I'm wondering, is this spicier than the normal one I would make with like a regular hot dog? It might be. It might be. So those things might actually have a little bit of a spice to them. Again, it's very hard for me to tell. But I wanted to eat one straight up, and it wasn't that spicy for me. But again, good flavor. I couldn't quite taste jalapeno flavor in it, nor could I really taste cheddar cheese flavor in it. But I could tell that there was something extra to the body of the hot dog as opposed to a regular hot dog. But when I add it to, you know, how I would normally eat them, in a bun with toppings, blah, 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 it does feel like it's a little bit spicier than I normally make it. And so I've got to think that it's due to the fact of having a little bit of a spicy kind of Oscar Mayer wiener on there, you know. I don't know. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm going to cut it. Happy Memorial Day weekend. Tomorrow is Memorial Day. Today's Sunday night. Just wanted to jump on and get this review done. I was really interested in these hot dogs. You know, I would buy them again. I don't think I will, though, just because of the fact that they're a little bit overpriced, in my opinion. And I make mine spicy enough that there's not enough of a difference to justify paying more for a hot dog, you know, just because it says it has, well, it says it does. You saw the meat itself, but just because it has jalapeno and cheddar in it, you know what I mean? It's not enough of an uptick for me to justify. I think it was like damn near $4 for this pack. So anyways, I'm gonna cut out. I love y'all. Thank you guys for burning with me, and we'll see you on the next one.